integrating my maintenance experience into mechanical design. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Engineer Kim, a registered mechanical engineer and a freelance designer. Today's video is a special one because it's a requested topic from one of our fellow mechanical engineer. Okay, so yesterday nag-message sa akin. Okay, sabi niya, "Hi Engineer Kim, I've been watching your content lately. Super helpful stuff. I was thinking, can you make a blog about how your background in maintenance has helped improve your design work? I feel like that's something many of us mechanical engineers can relate to. Would be awesome to hear your insights. Thanks and more power to your channel." Thank you for reaching out and for your suggestion. Okay, actually, isa na to sa gusto kong i-topic for my next vlog. Alam ko na maraming mga mechanical engineer ang nagwo-work ngayon sa manufacturing industry. I-share ko sa inyo yung mga naging experience ko nung nagwo-work ako sa maintenance. Kung paano ko na-integrate yung hands-on experience ko sa maintenance into design. Okay, so isa-isa ko yung i-share sa inyo. So tara, let's start. Before I got into mechanical design, I worked hands-on in maintenance and manufacturing. I spent years in troubleshooting machines, replacing parts, preventive maintenance, and understanding how equipment works under real-world conditions. Story time muna tayo. When I was in the Philippines, I worked in a manufacturing industry, so nasa maintenance department ako. Okay? So, tip ko lang sa inyo na once na papasok kayo sa ganitong industry, especially sa maintenance, so, wag masyadong mataas yung expectation nyo. Sa maintenance kasi, magiging work mo dito is more on actual talaga. So, para ka na ding technician, electrician, gano'n, or welder, kasi usually yung iba nag-aaral din ng welding. Pero advantage mo naman, lalo na kung beginner ka pa lang, nag-start ka pa lang mag-gain ng knowledge mo as a mechanical engineer. Okay? Mostly din sa mga theories, fundamentals na pag-aralan natin during our college days is may apply mo rin dito sa industry na to. Aside from that, sa maintenance din kasi is hindi lang puro mechanical side yung magigain mo na knowledge, but also sa electrical side. Okay, so ano ba yung ilan sa mga natutunan ko sa electrical? Okay, so kung paano magbasa ng wirings, electrical diagram, paano gumamit ng tester, paano kumuha ng resistance. So, yung mga basic lang na ginagawa ng isang electrician is magigain mo na rin yung knowledge nila. Okay, so aside from that, electrical connections. So, like Y delta connections, forward reverse, and basic start-stop. So, yung mga ganong skills, sa tingin mo na kahit basic lang siya, pero kapag natutunan mo talaga siya, is pandagdag din siya sa knowledge mo. So, let's proceed to our main topic. Okay, so, ano nga bang mga maintenance skills ang nai-apply ko sa pagde-design? Number 1 is troubleshooting and root cause analysis. Okay, so since may experience na ako sa maintenance and may idea na ako sa behavior ng isang machine, okay, so this will help me to design parts and system that avoid common breakdowns. Number 2, understanding real-world machine behavior. Okay, like what I've said before, idea ka na kung paano nag-ooperate and nagbe-behave ang isang machine under real-world condition. So, may edge ka na in designing components that will last longer and perform better. Number 3, assembly and disassembly knowledge. Okay, makapag-design na tayo with better accessibility and ease of assembly. Lalo na kapag nagkaroon ng breakdown ng isang machine. Okay, so may times kasi na kailangan siyang baklasin. Number 4, material wear and durability awareness. Okay, so dito na papasok yung proper material selection. Okay, so ito yung isa sa pinakamahalagang factors na kailangan mo kino-consider, lalo na yung environment. Kung saan mo i-install yung machine, sa wet area ba or dry area. Okay, so example, kung sa wet area yan, so kailangan is stainless steel yung may recommend ko sa'yo na materials na gagamitin mo. Lalo na kung may involved pa ng mga chemicals, di ba? So, yun yung mga kailangan na knowledge na meron ka. Number 5, understanding tolerances and fits. Okay, so for example, magde-design ka ng isang belt conveyor. Okay, so that i-consider mo yung proper tension. Hindi dapat siya too slack or too tight. Kaya, dapat hindi lang tayo nagbe-base sa mga textbook specs but also sa mga real-world needs. Kung ano talaga yung actual na nangyayari. Number 6, familiarity with common mechanical failures. Okay, so anong mga parts ba ng machine ang mga usually na nag-fail? Okay, like shafting, bearings, coupling, seals. Okay, so yun kasi yung mostly nag-handle ng stress or yung load ng isang machine, lalo na kapag 24 hours yung operation. Okay, so kapag magde-design tayo, kailangan i-consider natin yung mga failure points na yan. And last, number 7, understanding of safety practices. Okay, so pag magde-design tayo, hindi lang puro technical ang i-consider, but also yung safety. So, before, during, and after the operation. Okay, so dapat kino-consider natin yung safety, lalo-lalo na yung mga nag-ooperate ng machine. So, dapat nasa top priority mo pa rin lagi ang safety. Hopefully, may natutunan kayo for today's video, and thank you kay engineer na nag-request ng topic natin for today. Once again, I'm Engineer Kim. Thank you for watching, and God bless everyone. See you on my next vlog. Bye-bye!